What's up, Canucks? Canuck News here again. We have a fiery one today with Jordan Peterson and Kevin O'Leary. We are going and letting loose on Justin Trudeau as far as what they think of his performance when he came to meeting with Donald Trump, as far as what he's done for Canada, and both of them are Canadian, so they have a great opinion. Jordan Peterson is a well-skilled, well-acknowledged psychologist, as well as Kevin O'Leary is a great, wonderful, known for Shark Tank businessman who has many businesses and many stocks that he's invested into and that he's grown from the Shark Tank as well. So let's get into the video and see what they have to say today about our current Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau.
Policies that he put in place, which demolished the Canadian immigration system and threw the borders wide open, upending decades of effective immigration policy in Canada, have caused a catastrophic crisis in the country. And now you could see that he was blaming that on educational institutions and bad corporate actors. And that's exactly typical of him and his 14-year-old mentality.
Jordan Peterson, I love his commentary. He really hates him with a hard hate, like a hard H capital. And you have to understand, it was Justin Trudeau and the Liberal government that made him redo training for his practice of psychology, because they believed that it involved hate speech because of his own personal opinions on certain things. Also, you have to understand, Jordan Peterson doesn't hold his tongue for anybody. He's a psychologist. He's going to tell you what kind of person you are. He's going to tell you what you're doing, what you're trying to manipulate, and he just calls Justin Trudeau out every single time he hears about him, every single time he sees him on TV, or any chance that he gets, he'll let him know what he thinks. He'll let you know what he thinks.
Attributable to Justin Trudeau and his pack of demented minions.
Proof that this is how you get deals done, Kevin?
Yeah. His pack of demented minions. That's how he refers to the Liberal Party. And as we just seen, we're going to get into Kevin O'Leary, how he discusses why he thinks Donald Trump actually said that he was going to give us 25% tariffs. It's more or less of a negotiating task. So let's hear what Kevin O'Leary has to say about that.
It's an important development, but these China, Mexico, and Canada are completely different in this respect. We know with certainty we're going into NAFTA 3 negotiations. And Trump is smart about this. He's obviously engaged both leaders in both countries. There are different problems in each place. Canada is a huge trading partner, particularly in energy.
Yes, Canada is one of the biggest trading factors, and Canada does hold a lot of natural energy that we produce and sell to around the world. So we do have a big foot in the game when it comes to trade partners with America. So I don't believe that they would give us a 25% tariff, and I do somewhat believe what Kevin's saying, that Donald Trump probably pulled this. He pulled this to get the talks going and get the seats rattled up and let people know, hey, he's about business. He wants to see change, and if we're not doing change or we're not progressing forward, well, then I'm going to put some type of taxes on you and make you come to the table so that we can work out a better deal. I get the strategy. I just don't know if that's a smart way to deal with Trudeau, because he doesn't think like that. He's just thinking you're probably inviting him for a dinner or something like that. He is so far gone as far as a prime minister. And let us get into an article that I found online today. It says Canada and the United States have a highly integrated trading relationship, with two countries exchanging billions of dollars in goods and services each day. In 2022, the total trade between the two countries was estimated at $908 billion, with the U.S. exporting $427.7 billion and importing $481.2 billion. Here are some of the key aspects of trade between Canada and the U.S. Exports in 2022, Canada's top export in the U.S. were crude oil. As well as other imports in 2023, Canada's imported almost half of its goods from the U.S. Wow. Investment, U.S. is the largest source of foreign and direct investment. Energy, Canada's U.S.'s largest foreign supplier of energy. And trade agreement, Canada and United States and Mexico agreement that CUSMA entered into force in July 2020, replacing the North America Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA.
A huge percentage of energy imported in the U.S. that gives it energy independence comes from Canada, particularly from Alberta, Saskatchewan, and British Columbia. So that's part of the negotiation of NAFTA 3. I think now the complexity in the Canadian situation is this. Justin Trudeau is wildly unpopular in Canada.
I wouldn't say wildly. I would say more like extremely unpopular. I would say more or less hated. I would say he is at the top tier of one person you would love to see go, and you just adore when they leave. He's just someone who's a test of time. He's destroyed the economy. He's ignored natural resources of this country. He's actually pushed a lot of ministers that were saying something to the side, or has gotten them kicked out of his party. He's currently slush funding and scandaling all over the Canadian taxpayers' money. And for some reason, we're sitting back, and you still have people who want to vote for him. You still have people who believe in him. And he has an active case right now where he's not disclosing where he got $400 million that he slush funded into all the Liberal Party's businesses, and there's still been no paperwork behind that because they refused to submit it all without redactions and blocked out marks to actually give the OPP or the RCMP, their evidence that they need to conduct an investigation.
He's been there a long time in the parliamentary system, just like Britain. If you have a prime minister that can't deliver a majority mandate, it's like a piece of old moldy cheese in the fridge. You want to get rid of it.
Oh, we do want to get rid of him, but he just won't leave. And then you got Jagmeet Singh, who's propping him up right now from the NDP leader. And you got also the Bloc at certain times. It's like, you think that they're going to negotiate and be on the side of the Conservatives, or be on the side of just Canadians and helping us, but you have to understand that the Bloc doesn't even really want to be a part of Canada. They want to be their own personal state, or personal province. So I can't really expect much. I'm just hoping for the best, really hoping for Pierre to get into office, because I've had enough of Justin Trudeau, and I've had enough of high taxes, and I'm pretty sure Canadians are sick and tired of just being fooled around. There's just too much lies, too much scandals, and the cost of living is absolutely ridiculous, to the point where, what is the point of working harder to get taxed more and make less? Canada needs to go through a dramatic change, 360 3 times.
Why has he found this fortuitous for him to talk about immigration? Why is he changing his tone?
Well, he's changing his tone because the policies that he put in place, which demolished the Canadian immigration system and threw the borders wide open, upending decades of effective immigration policy in Canada, have caused a catastrophic crisis in the country.
The one thing that I do notice, that anybody who's from Canada, or anybody who left Canada and is commenting on Canada, the one thing that they do notice is immigration. Just Canada has changed for the worst. Immigration used to be completely under control in Canada. We used to have all type of demographics come here. We used to actually love that different experiences and different trades and different type of ways of life were coming here to show us another way of maybe things that we could learn from around the world. But now it just seems like Justin Trudeau's new policies have opened up the floodgates for all bad, not really good. We're not looking, we're not screening, we're not checking if they're leaving, we're not even checking if their papers are legit. We're just allowing them to come into the country, and we still have 4.9 million immigrants that we need to leave by December 2025. So we've got a lot of work ahead of us, And I don't even know what we're going to do, honestly. It's to the point where, do you really trust your government blindly?
You could see that he was blaming that on educational institutions and bad corporate actors. And that's exactly typical of him and his 14-year-old mentality. Everything that's gone wrong on the immigration front in Canada is 100% attributable to Justin Trudeau and his pack of demented minions.
Subscribe to Black Connect News. Please give me that HBO special and help a brother out with that subscribe. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Come on, we're trying to grow the community. Please, come on. I know y'all can do it. It's right there. Come on. Let's get back to the video.
So now it's gone so badly in Canada that he has no choice but to reverse course. And then to see him flailing around to find someone to blame is exactly as pathetic as you'd expect from someone like him.
That's going to do it for this one. Thank you. Special thanks to Kevin O'Leary and Jordan Peterson for giving us those wonderful words on Justin Trudeau on TV for the world to see, so that because we can't say it, we can only scream it into our screens and scream at him when we see him passing by. But other than that, we have a whole world stage of other people who are thinking like-minded like us, who are also Canadians, who are expressing the hurt, the want for a change in Canada. And I appreciate them. I appreciate Fox News for having them out. And once again, y'all can hit me with that HBO special. That's that help a brother out with that like, that subscribe, share. Thank you for coming out. I'll see you in the next one.